Hello and welcome, my golden phoenix leaves. So, we are back with Donbrothers today, and these episodes might not be as good. I'll try to stay positive, but, well, let's go.
Episode 31, The Hound Unmasked. Okay, today's Monster of the Week looks pretty neat regarding it being based on Tensei Sentai Goseiger. But it's all about dieting. Doesn't that remind you of something?
Diet crap?
Well, I doubt it will be as easy as just him walking into the Donbra and then they see who he is. That's probably a reveal for at least after the eye catch. Well, a dog came into the Donbra, and also that little girl might be the right size for that costume, but it is sadly not the case, as we know. But I still would love a dog Sentai member, which should retain its four-leggedness, but getting a costume. Please make it CG though, and don't put an actual dog into costume. That would not be okay. Another woman comes in with a dog named Taro, and he is kinda startled at that. And I love it. He can really pull off this face. It looks good. This is a pretty good actor, to be honest. Suddenly, a musician. That is called Inui, so we might get a bit of a mix-up here. Oh, I can see where this is going. The little papa was thrown down that bridge, landing on the musician's head. I guess Papa will go away, while musician will stay. And the lost sunglasses fell right beside him, so yeah, this is the mix-up. And yeah, that is funny, granted. And he thinks they are a band. Well, Haruka calling herself an Oni, he just pictures this, and this is wild. Yeah, this is an instrument, because it totally doesn't look like a gun. I know it looks like a toy gun, but a gun nonetheless. Come on, new guy. He can actually transform, which, I don't know, is this surprising? We kind of have seen that already, but I would thought that he might not be able to. But, well, here we are. And the musician is being defeated so that he can get his sunglasses back and transforming now. Which will probably just add to the confusion. Well, good so far. And the Monster of the Week is actually defeated by this guy just overcoming it because there's a girl that likes him the way he is. You see? You don't need to body shame people. Just accept them as who they are. Mostly. There are some exceptions there. And the world will be at peace. Or it makes him turn into Pikachu. The old classic Pikachu, that is. Well, Tsubasa lets him be the official, in quotations, Black Ranger of the team, and he acts as a lone wolf all the time, which, yeah, is kind of a nod to previous Sentai teams, and yeah, that's fine. That's a nice scene here. Oh, those two are having the talk about Natsumiho. Huh. Okay. Getting some things done here, huh? I was waiting for this. As much as I agree that someone can wear their hair as they want it to be, as they think it looks good, also guys with long hair, as I'm one myself, that is fine, but this really does not fit him. So, good thing she cuts it. This is problematic. He asked her out on a date, which, hey, good thing he put up that courage. And she said no. And he came back time after time asking for a date until she finally breaks into it. Sure, in their case, it was all good in the end because she fell in love with him, but don't be that guy. No. If someone says no, that means no. And that goes for woman and man as well. If someone doesn't want to date you, they don't want to date you. And their backstory is kinda the same. He's just not as annoying of a guy, it seems. But we don't go that far into it, so who knows. But yeah, my theory stands. One is the bestial, the other one is the real one. And it's probably Miho who is the bestial, because that's actually a proven fact. And as Miho enters the scene, Tsubasa leaves, which might mean we don't solve this yet. But it's triggered now. That's plenty. But she is also the girlfriend that he lost now. How can that be? There can't be 3. We know that. Because if a bestial dies, the counterpart dies as well. So that makes us pretty much assume for sure that a bestial can only copy one person. Well, one person can only copy one bestial. You know what I mean. And somehow that monster of the week got out of that other guy's body and getting into him. Which, yeah, it's kind of funny, but also doesn't make much sense, to be honest, because you produced that monster. We have seen that. It's coming from inside you, so it just can't switch hosts like that. And after they defeat him, he meets his girlfriend Shoko again, which looks nothing like Miho. What? Oh, that's the joke. Ha. I don't know. Kinda funny, I guess, but not really. Oh, and they did not find out the true identity of Inu Brother. It's episode 31, and we still didn't have a group transformation. That's annoying. I don't like that, to be quite honest. Well, all in all though, this episode was quite fun and not bad. I just don't like the overall fact that the team still hasn't really assembled, so yeah, guess we have to deal with that. Episode 32, Duel, Part 2. She challenged Taro to a duel, but boy, that look on her face, that's piercing. Followed by this crazy one. This is wild. Jiro challenged Taro to a blinking duel, and, well, of course Taro wins, because he always wins. Which is fine, with how the show is going, this red love makes sense. Oh, we haven't seen him in a while, and he tells us the secret to Taro's strength. And that's the fact that he is Taro, which honestly makes sense in this show. The Cerebrans, for their duel, you know, that includes the number 2, right? Also recruit Murasame for that duel. Which is interesting, so we have a trio again now here. Huh. Now, this guy has given up on being a ninja, which is making his mother happy. But, well, he falls back and turns into a Bokenja-themed villain. What? Bokenja are ninja? Well, they had an enemy that was a ninja clan, but... What? Why? Ah, forget. Oh yeah, they are waiting because Taro is late. Because he jumped in for another guy who is sick at work. We had this plot already, and just gonna tell you now, the whole episode will be like this. It's basically the same episode we had before again. Until Sonui appears again. Which is absolutely no surprise, because we have clearly seen that they revived him, which maybe they shouldn't have shown us, and this would be a great scene. But he is clearly influenced by Taro's powers that he absorbed. He's just as crazy as him. Maybe more on the dark side, though. Sonui can now even become a dark Oni Taijin, which, yeah, I like mirror battles like this. Just that they fight it with Toradora Oni Taijin, not the regular one. But okay, that's fine, still cool. But in the end, the episode still ends the same as the last duel. With the exception of Taro dying, which is also not very exciting because he died already once and they just could wish him back to life, so yeah. That's probably what's gonna happen. They will do something more with that, okay, granted, but it's a rehash. This episode was a complete rehash of the previous duel one, and You could see that as a joke, but even as a joke, it did not work for me. It's just... no. Episode 33. The Bird of Happiness. So, he's talking about those two as companions, just like Taro does. But, there's a key difference here. Yeah, Taro attacked them as well, but to train them. He wants to let them bow down to him. So, those aren't companions. Those are subordinates. Of all the people, the Dark Giro saved Taro, which is interesting. And, well, I guess I was wrong about Taro being dead. His pulse is weak, so still alive, but it doesn't change much. I really like this effect. He's talking to all four of them at the same time, and it looks like this, which is kinda great, to be honest. So those two finally meet, and she obviously cannot remember him, and nothing really comes out of this meeting, so, yeah, I was expecting a bit more, to be honest. The master being a surgeon and having a surgical room in the Donbrothers cafe actually doesn't really surprise me. Huh. He probably has everything back there. Dr. Zenkaiser, quickly to the operation room. We have a patient with 45 gunshots in him. With Taro gun, he wants to make the other Donbrothers and sister his subordinates, or as he calls them, companions, as well, by playing some strange games like who talks first loses, and of course they completely mess up and all of them just lose, which, yeah, our heroes, everybody, they are kind of losers. But there's something more going on with the master here, who literally drains them out of their juice. Weird. I love it. Now the colors are kind of strange. We don't have Tsubasa here, neither do we have Jiro. So that golden brown one should be Sonoza. The yellow one, obviously, Haruka. The blue one could be Sonoi, but it's very likely that this is Shinichi. Pink, obvious, Tsuyoshi. And the white one, Sononi. And I guess the red one is Sonoi, because he does have Taro's powers in him, so yeah. But why doesn't he need Tsubasa's as well? Taro's actor, after this scene, probably had a lot of green poop going on. And our Donbrothers, plus sister, turn into a Sun Vulcan-based villain of the week. Which, yeah, that looks fine. I like it. It looks good. I've never seen Sun Vulcan, so I can't say how well it fits that Sentai, but the general design, yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, Haruka and Shinji broke free kinda immediately. Only Tsuyoshi has not, and this is not his first time being a bad guy, so just saying, our heroes, everyone. Now this I kinda hate. Kinda, because I love the idea. He gets this power up thanks to the power he got from his companions. But remember, there's one missing. I don't mind the Cerebrians being mixed in. They might turn out to be allies at the end anyway. But Inu Brothers' power is missing. And that should not be the case, honestly. And this is... yeah... well, the idea is great. The execution is missing that key part for me. And he turns into Golden Momotaro, which leaves the costume intact and adds on that cool cape and a mask on top of the other mask. It looks really good. Also, normally I don't like it if only the red one gets the power up. But he is the head of the clan and his companions and stuff. It makes sense in the context of this show, so I don't mind it here. And his finisher, very nicely named Festival End, is basically a glowing energy bird running through the enemy, who is, well, captured and impeached. I'm a sucker for an animation that has a glowing bird rushing through the enemy. That always looks cool, so yeah, I do like this. Well, might not be the last time even. We'll see. This episode, it was weird, but I did enjoy it. And I really like the new form Taro has. Will the others get more power-up forms as well? Who knows? In my books, they don't really need to. They do have their mecha forms, which is pretty great already. So, it's not like they don't get nothing. So, yeah, this episode was good. Episode 34, Natsumi Meets Me. I love how they just deny that they act similar now. And, well, with both of them denying it, that's peak comedy. At the same time, Black and Pink are in a weird situation, with Tsubasa asking Tsuyoshi if he can get a home-cooked meal made by Miho, which probably will not end in a good way. Today's villain is based on Deka Ranger, and I really like that design. The sirens acting as shoulder pads, the dog-like design as a reference to Doggy Kruger. This is not bad. This is a really good design. He's a ramen chef though, which... What? Okay, this joke just works. They talk about that their companions say they are similar, while denying it, but saying the same thing at the same time. This is great. And what a surprise! Miho's specialty cooking is the same thing that Tsubasa taught his Natsumi. What a weird coincidence, right? And by using Natsumi's catchphrase, he triggers something in Miho. Well, no surprise there, to be honest. But Tsubasa taking her away without talking everything out. I mean, be clear about this, what is going on. This is just an a-hole move, and I don't know how this team will ever be a real team. And honestly, to me, that's quite worrisome for this show. And at the Oden place, our teams meet. Well, part of one team, and the other is complete. The villain team is more complete than our hero team, which, that's just wrong, right? Well, Sonoi likes his order and praising it to the heavens. On the other hand, our leader gives it 32 points out of 50? 100? I don't really know which skill he works on. But yeah. Also, the Oden made Sonoi being back to normal again, which, I don't know, was a side thing, kinda. Oh, and what a surprise! He turns into the Hitotsuki, which, well, we knew it was a chef, and this is the only chef appearing in this episode so far, so I guess. We even get a new mecha in the following fight, the Golden Oni Taijin, which... It looks good, and the joke that the shoulders can't see anything anymore because of the new shoulder decoration is kind of funny. But that weapon looks bad. What is that even supposed to be? Some kind of lance? But he holds it on an extra grip. It just doesn't make any kind of sense and looks way too bulky for something that would work. And well, Tsubasa and Tsuyoshi finally have a talk about Miho. Which, well... Tsuyoshi wants back, and I can kind of get behind that. But, yeah, he called the police so they can arrest him. We do know that he is not really a criminal. On the other hand, for Tsuyoshi it kind of is like abduction. So, weird situation. If there wasn't this. He is way too happy about that. And he will probably turn into another Hitotsuki. Again. Well, this episode was kind of, I don't know, boring. It's just, yeah, this last part was kind of interesting, and what's to come, we'll see, but all in all, I don't know. At least the jokes were a big hit.
So, what did you think about these episodes? Tell me in the comments below. Yeah, where she is. Also, Fire Festival and on the like and subscribe button, as well as that little bell to keep updated whenever I upload a new video. And other stuff, of course. And check out the links down in the description to my Twitter and Instagram, where I post stuff and also keep you updated, as well as to my Twitch, where I live stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I hope to see you over there as well. And until next time, bye-bye.